All right, we're going to begin learning the tune Boil the Cabbage Down. I'll play it first and then we'll break it all down. Here we go. So that's one pass of Boil the Cabbage Down. Now, there may seem like there's a lot going on there, but it's actually one roll that I'm using through the whole thing. So let me show you how that roll goes. First of all, it's called the Foggy Mountain Breakdown roll because Earl Scruggs used it in Foggy Mountain Breakdown like this. So if you recognize that sound, that's the exact same pattern. Now, what is the pattern? First of all, we need to know the strings are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the floor up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even though the fourth string is so much heavier than the fifth, that's the way they're numbered. So I'm going to refer to those numbers, okay? The pattern I'm playing is 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5. That's 8 notes, so if we count that off, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll do that again without speaking. So that's 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5. And in terms of the fingers that I'm using, thumb, index, and middle, I'm going index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb. So one more time, index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb. Now it may seem strange to bring the thumb down to the second string, but it actually works better if you learn it that way. I learned it index, middle, and it was actually Bill Keith who corrected me, and he's the guy that wrote the Earl Scruggs book way back when, and Bill Keith's a legend unto himself. Look him up. Anyway, he's the person who corrected me, and it's index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb. So bring the thumb down. So it goes like this. Here we go. In 2 halves. That's index, middle, and then thumb, index, middle, thumb. 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5. So it sounds like this if you play it around and around. Don't worry about playing it fast. Just get it nice and even with good spacing between the notes. Once you get good at that, let's throw in a variation. So instead of 2, 1, 2, 1, we'll do 3, 1, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5. So we substitute a 3 for the 2. So that sounds like this. And in terms of the right hand, I'm playing the exact same pattern as I did before. Index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb. So here we go again. So get good at both of those. Practice maybe 10 in a row of this one. Play about 10 passes of that, then 10 passes of the other one. Get really fluent at it so eventually you can just alternate. Okay, and play it through to its end. You'll notice that it ends on a thumb, but it starts on an index. No, it starts on, what do they say? Ends on a thumb, starts on the index. So that's something to note, is that you shouldn't have any interruption in the pattern because you're not starting and ending on the same digit. So there's no halt in the roll, okay? So if I play that around and around, you can watch my right hand this time. Make sure you play it like that so that you're hearing every note in the 8-note measure, okay? Now, to play Boil the Cabbage Down, every time you play a G chord, it's the 2-1 pattern. Every time you play a C chord, it's the 2-1 pattern. When you play the D7th chord, that's the 3-1 pattern. So here's how it goes. G, C, finish 2, 1, 2, 1 over G, put down a D7th, 3, 2, 3, 1, that's thumb, index, thumb, middle, 3, pinch, 2, pinch. That 3 pinch, 2 pinch is the third string struck with the thumb, then 5 and 1 with the thumb and middle, and then the index on the second, and then a pinch again. One more time, and then you're back to the top of the tune. So here it is all together. G, C, G, D7, G, C, So just a recap, okay? You're playing the Foggy Mountain Breakdown pattern. We call it the Foggy Mountain Breakdown pattern because that's where we first heard it by Earl Scruggs on the tune Foggy Mountain Breakdown. I'm teaching this song, Boil the Cabbage Down, using that pattern because it gives you an open chord first, then a fretted chord, a basic C chord, which you're going to have to know, back to G, D7th is a pretty easy chord to fret as well. You've got your index on the first fret of the second string and your third string at the second fret. And then you're playing 3-1, 3-1, 5, 3-1, 5. People sometimes ask, why am I holding that string down? Well, I don't want it to ring sympathetically as a B note. I want it to ring as a C note because I'm playing a D7th chord. Even though I'm not playing that string, you can hear it vibrate. Just trust me. And that's how you play Boil the Cabbage Down.